Hi, I'm Brad the Solar Guy. Today, I'm talking about the top 10 things you should know before you lease or enter into a power purchase agreement, a PPA, for solar. Let's get into it. If you're leasing solar, the number one thing you should understand is you cannot get any of the tax credits or incentives for solar. So the 30% federal income tax credit for solar is off the table for you if you lease or do a power purchase agreement. The company that owns the solar is going to collect that. Hope that makes sense. If you own your own solar, you may be eligible for other incentives other than the federal income tax credit. However, if you lease or have a power purchase agreement for your solar, then you are not eligible to collect any of the incentives for solar. So you can't get the tax credits and you can't get any of the other incentives. Sorry to disappoint. One thing that's really important for you to understand before you go solar, no matter how you go solar, is you have to know what your net metering policy is for your local utility that you use. The net metering policy of your local utility is going to determine whether solar is worth it for you or not. That is a key factor. When you go solar, it's incredibly important to make sure that the numbers work. So you're going to receive a preliminary proposal for what your roof can produce. And you may, if you get more than one proposal, these proposals from different salespeople and different solar companies may be wildly different, and it can be incredibly difficult to find out what's right and what's accurate. But here's a tip. If you choose a solar company, make sure that before they go forward with installation, that they have trued up everything and given you the actual numbers your roof can produce that they will guarantee for the whole duration of the lease or power purchase agreement. And make sure that you know this before they've installed anything. That way you can know what the real deal that you're getting is. Hope this helps. So this leads into the next question, which is, well, what happens if the sales guy gives me these fantastic numbers and then we go through the process and it doesn't end up that good? Well, this is key. You need to make sure that the solar company is going to give you those trued up numbers that they're going to guarantee before they install it. That is critical. Also with leases, it's incredibly important to make sure that the company that's installing it is going to do a nice job. They aren't going to care very much about how your house looks potentially, and they certainly are going to want to save money. So you're going to need to make sure that you get black on black panels, which are a little bit more expensive, but a lot better looking, and also make sure that they are going to do a great job installing it and do it neat and clean and hide all the conduit. I would recommend getting this kind of stuff in writing, and certainly being there on the day of install and going over it with the electricians who are really doing the work will go a long way to getting it done the way you want. I always recommend for anyone who has solar that they should monitor the system themselves. No matter what solar company tells you that they are going to monitor it and take care of you and they're going to know before you do, that just hasn't been my personal experience and certainly not my experience in the business. Anyone who has solar should be monitoring themselves. If you see an issue, call up your solar company right away. If you lease solar or do a power purchase agreement, you do not need to add it to your homeowners insurance. So that's a little bit of a savings. And like I say, maybe the most important thing that you can do in going solar with a lease or a power purchase agreement is making sure that you pick a good company. So it's not just the price, it's also the quality of the work that they do for the installation. And very importantly, it's if they're going to be around to take care of your system for the 25 years of the lease. Now, I know it's impossible to know for sure, but certainly you can do your due diligence and find out if you think the company is going to be around and take good care of you. And the 10th and final thing you need to know before you do a lease or a power purchase agreement for solar is that I can help you with all of that. I'll answer all your questions and give you a free consultation with all the numbers. All you need to do is click the link below, fill out the 30-second survey, and I'll be in touch. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.